Hello, everyone. I am more than excited. I am elated and overjoyed to have a very special guest today, Miss Erin Stutland. Hello, Er.
Hi.
And what she's here, what I'm going to ask her about is something, and there's a reason why this is so special to me, and Erin is so special to me, and I'm so pumped to talk about this. I met Erin, it's 2 years ago now that we started the mastermind. Oh my God. In Marie Forleo's Adventure Mastermind. For the first time in February of 2011 is when we met at our first retreat. And, at that retreat, Erin was talking about developing some kind of workout program that would combine all these different things she's passionate about. And I'm not going to ruin the details, but what she's done here and what she's created and what she's been working on for the last 2 years has finally come to life. And it's something I love and enjoy so much. I love doing it myself. And, as you guys know and will know more over the course of the next couple months, in 2012, for me, I moved a lot away from, tough, super heavy lifting and very like masculine workouts, and a lot more into things that, were more, movement oriented, like feminine based. Like, I love the bar method. I still do love high intensity interval workouts, but a lot less pushing and grunting and like forcing yourself to do stuff, and a lot more like getting into the flow of my body. And Erin's program does exactly that, and also bridges a connection between your body, your mind, and your spirit, which I love so much. And it's called Shrink Session. So it's also just super smart, and there's all this meaning in the name too. So wherever you want to start, Erin, tell us about it and why you're so excited and why you're so happy and glowing right now.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, it has been a really exciting. I can't believe it's been 2 years since we first met and
Right?
started
Crazy.
working on all of our little ideas. So Shrink Session is a combination of yoga and cardio dance, kickboxing, life coaching, meditation, and inspiring affirmations. So you are actually saying affirmations out loud while you're doing all of this movement. And it's really designed not only, obviously it's an awesome workout and you're going to burn calories and you're going to sweat, but the time goes by so fast
Yeah.
because you're really engaging your mind in a way that sometimes you don't get to do in exercise classes. In fact, I find most fitness classes, it's really easy to kind of get caught up in like, when is this going to be over? Or what am I having for lunch? And part of the power of the affirmations is actually to help you stay even more connected and more present throughout the workout. So it really flies by.
I love that. And what's funny is I remember I've gone to tons of Erin's classes in person, and now that I'm traveling a lot more and bouncing back and forth from the East and the West Coast, I was even more excited that this is going to be available digitally because you don't need equipment. So this is perfect. A lot of people on my list, that's what they do. They're working out at home. They're not gym people. And I don't know if I even told you this, I quit my gym membership this year. I'm like, I just
Oh,
can't.
wow.
I don't want to be inside all the time. I want to be able to do something outdoors if I want to, or pull it up on my iPhone and follow something, or even just be like on the balcony, even if I bring my laptop out there, whatever it is. So it's just so perfect for stuff like that. And it's funny too, because at first you might feel kind of silly, like saying these affirmations, and then by the time it gets to the end of it, you're like screaming them out, and you're like, yes, let's do this.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's fun to watch people sort of start. Yes, the shrink session that we're talking about today is a digital online class. You can do all these workouts at home. But I've been teaching the class live for many years now, and it's really fun to watch my students sort of grow into becoming like starting and being like, I'm not saying anything out loud. No, thank you. To being like the loudest ones in the front row, like shouting from the roof decks.
Right, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's fun to watch that evolution. And yeah, I mean, I talk about that a little bit in the workouts, in the intro of the workouts. Like, yeah, you might feel a little uncomfortable at first, but actually that is part of the program. That's actually what I want to push you, because all of the good stuff in life happens when you move to the very edge of your comfort zone. And so I want you to feel a little uncomfortable. I want it to feel weird. I mean, we're not used to saying these things out loud about ourselves. I am powerful. I am strong. I can do anything if I put my mind to it. Like, we might think them, or you might do some meditations or have your own sort of affirmation practice, but it's very rare that you say them in a really empowered way with energy, unless you're, in a crazy acting class or something. But, you don't do that in life. So this is an opportunity to do that, to give these affirmations more of a feeling in your body. So it's not just a thought, it's an actual feeling.
I love that. And I know, actually, I didn't even ask. I should have started with this. just feel like my people should already know who you are, but just in case they don't, give them a little bit of your background, because there's a reason why Erin is so good at this, and her workouts and what she does really impact people, because it's literally a combination of all these different passions of hers. So tell us a little about that.
Yeah, my background was in dance. So I grew up dancing my whole life, and then I, studied dance in school, and I was a professional dancer for a while and danced with a couple different touring companies. And when I moved to New York, I started getting into acting and started doing film and television and and theater here in New York. And so that's really, my background is really as an artist, as a creative person. And I was teaching dance as well. And then, as an artist and as a creative person, you always are, juggling a million different jobs, and very much like being an entrepreneur, you're making your own way in every which way. So one of the things that I started doing as one of my side jobs was teaching fitness. And I found that was a really natural fit, because I can combine my dance and my acting and sort of this, really holding the space for people to be their best selves. And I developed a workshop here in New York that started combining this workout with affirmations, and started doing some coaching. And from there, coaching practice really took off for me, and I found how rewarding that was to be working with creative people and entrepreneurs and moms and artists. And so that's that's really the background of how this came about.
I love that. Now, Erin is also, she's just one of the most entertaining people I've ever met in my life. But, which, I always love to bring like that fun and that entertainment and that energy to everything and into the workout. And again, as we move further into 2013 and we talk more about, how to bridge this gap between how I actually feel inside and how I actually look outside, I remember you wrote a post for Chris Carr's website where you talked about, a couple of events that really led to totally transforming your body. And obviously you have an amazing body. And when you guys go to Erin's site, you're going to be like, I'll do anything she tells me to do. That's how I feel when I see you. And I think that's amazing. But can you talk a little bit about, just those couple of things that really came together that totally changed your body? Because I think what's amazing is Erin talks about this, and then this has just been her life, and this has been her body for years now. And then there was not as much struggle as there once was, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Growing up as a dancer in that environment, you're definitely taught to be hard on yourself. It's really about perfection and making things as perfect as possible. So that's really what my mentality was around my body. It was like better, it was never enough. It was always working harder. And then when I was in college, my mom was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and the way that she approached her own healing was really from a place of love and compassion and ease and softness. And we started going to meditation as a family and Tai Chi as a family, and it really brought us together beautifully as a family. But the biggest thing that I think I learned from her was you can heal and change your body by being kind and compassionate and easy on yourself, as opposed to the way that I had been working. So, and she's doing well and wonderful today, thank God. So I think that was that was the start of a turning point for me, but it took me many years before I was like, okay, that's how you do it. But now how do I undo all these bad habits that I have, how I talk to myself and how I criticize myself on a regular basis? And I think that if you're used to criticizing your body, well, you're probably not just criticizing your body, you're probably doing it in every other area of your life, your career, your love life, whatever it may be. So, it was definitely a journey. I think that part of what really started to change is saying these affirmations out loud while you're moving, whether you're doing it in a mirror or in your apartment or your home on your own. You're creating a new identification with your body. So it's like where you used to be there's so many times as women, we look in the mirror, we're like, you look at your butt, you're like, or your stomach or whatever it may be. And that's the identification you have. You look, and that's the automatic response, which takes some undoing to create a new response of when you look in the mirror instead of saying all right.
Hey girl.
Hey girl, you're looking good, you're powerful, you're beautiful. And so part of what's powerful about this practice is that you are creating a new response about your body. So you're moving your body in a way, and you're saying I am powerful, I can do anything, and all that creates a whole different, identification with your body. So it was definitely a journey for me. And, but what was interesting is once I finally changed that conversation, that internal conversation, and it's a constant work in progress. It's not like I'm constantly always I love myself, but I work at that, I work at it every day. But I do find that once that became a more dominant conversation, that my body actually changed, like with ease. It was like I wasn't working nearly as hard, and like my body was changing
Yes.
so quickly. The extra weight kind of fell off, and I don't know, you just got slimmer, and but it felt really easy.
Right.
And one thing I think that you said that I think you and I absolutely see eye to eye on, and I think you just mentioned it in a tweet the other day, was I think that working out like should be fun. It should be joyful. Like you're better off doing like dancing around your room for 20 minutes like a silly child than you are like lifting heavy weights if you hate lifting weights.
Yes.
I think finding the joy in moving your body is the key to weight loss. Absolutely.
I love that so much. And this is something actually I remember at our last retreat during the mastermind, something that, one of our coaches said to both of us was that you guys need to soften. And
Yeah.
that was proof, you said that was a journey. That was something you learned years ago from your mom, but you were still working on it. And for me, that was 2012 has been all about that for me, and I'm still not there. And I love that you said that because, as the experts, people probably look at us and think we have it handled, but it's always a work in progress, which you just said. And there's a reason why it's called a practice because
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
always continuing to practice and all you can do is improve. And yes, that point that you just made, even workouts I know work for my body traditionally, I just couldn't even force myself to do them this year. And I refused. But like you said, it was so much easier. Like I didn't get fat. I gained a couple pounds, but I don't even mind the couple pounds because I'm like, these are like my pleasure pounds. I enjoy them because I'm enjoying my lifestyle more. So, this is the type of thing, and if you're still watching, we've been chatting for a couple minutes. If you're still watching, I know you're interested, and I know this speaks to you a little bit, and I really urge you to try out Erin's program. And if you're thinking, I don't know, it seems a little woo-woo, a little cheesy, and you resist it, that's actually exactly, again, why you should try it out, because it's those things that we kind of tend to push away that we probably need. And like she said earlier, she'll have people in the class who'll be like, I don't know about this. I actually remember one time, I was at your class at Equinox. It was a Friday evening, and this girl was kind of peeking in, and she was like, what's this all about? And I totally sold her on coming in, and she was like, well, I don't know, but I'll try it out. I didn't really have a plan. And by the end, she was freaking feeling it. She's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you told me to stay.
Yeah,
So it
that's great.
really has that effect on people.
Yeah, and I mean, at the very least, I would say this is like I absolutely think that the workout should be fun. So first and foremost, you're gonna have fun. You will be sore and you will sweat. So like even if your only objective is to like body, you just want to like sweat and burn calories, you will do all that. But we're kind of slipping in some extra good stuff for your mind and for your
Yeah,
life because I think and I think you totally agree on this. Like creating it's about creating a happy life. Like we're not just interested on like making a bunch of skinny bodies. Like I could care less about that. I think that you could too. I mean, I care about that. I want you to have a hot body. I want you to feel and look amazing. That's totally important. But when you're happy in your life and you're feeling, enjoy and you're enjoying the things and like the body stuff kind of works itself out. So I think,
totally.
we're totally on the same page and helping people in that realm. Like let's get them moving from a place of joy and excitement and love and having fun, and the rest will work out.
Totally. So I'm going to put all kinds of links below this video where you guys can, find Erin and try out the program if you want to. And even if you decide that's not for you right now, still, I would highly recommend, like, get on her list, check out her site, go through some of her videos because I love so much what she teaches, and I'm always going back and checking out what Erin's up to because it's, again, everything's a practice, right? Like, and I'm weaving more things like that in, and she, whether you know it or not, has been like a big influence whenever I'm trying to get more into connecting those things together because she does such a good job of integrating the fitness, the life coaching, the affirmations, the meditation. It's so much amazing stuff that can have such a positive benefit on your life. I am a student of Erin always as well, and she totally inspires and motivates me. So any
Thanks.
parting words for us, Miss Stutland?
I think just, as we're moving into the new year, I know, I'll be honest, I was thinking about this the other day, like the last, I would say 3 weeks, like I have barely moved my body at all. Partly I've been working hard and finishing up the project, but partly it's like, you kind of want to go inside this time of year and sort of reflect and start to do some planning and dreaming. So I would say that like a great, like start to move your body, start to move it in a way that's fun, start slowly and do something that's super enjoyable. And like, even if you don't, check out Shrink Session, like practice your own affirmations. In fact, let's include the link to the audio playlist.
Okay.
We'll give them the audio playlist too, because you can throw that on your iPod and go for a walk or on, run or whatever you're doing. And it's got 20-minute playlist with affirmations. So it might be a fun way to just start using affirmations and see how they work for you and see how you feel.
Cool. Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Everyone, lots of links below the video. Check out, get some more Erin Stutland in your life. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Awesome. Thank you.